I said that affection that is to be expressed between parents in front of children has to be subjected to our values. Okay? I have seen, for example, non-Muslim parents, you know what sort of affection they express in front of their children. The types of hugging and the sexual connotations that are there. Number one. Number two, I have seen them, for example, training their children, and a man in the bathrooms comes into with his child, 5 and 6 years of age, and maybe 4 and so on, and they are urinating together. To them, that's good education. أعوذ بالله. أعوذ بالله. أعوذ بالله. أعوذ بالله. No. We have something called haya that doesn't exist in the current culture. Most of the time, there are still remnants of that. But that haya, which is the khuluq of this deen, إِنَّ لِكُلِّ دِينٍ خُلُقًا وَإِنَّ خُلُقَ الْإِسْلَامِ الْحَيَاءِ, says Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I have to do that with haya. And I don't know Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam or the elect, I underline, of the intellects of humanity with polished hearts who have hugged their wives, kissing them the way you know, in front of their children. I don't know that. If you know that to be the practice of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I'll be the first one to practice it. But I know, as far as I know, Allah Ta'ala alam, that is not the practice of my teacher, of my master psychologist. So, I do that, alhamdulillah, with the beauty of haya. I do that with the beauty of haya to inculcate in my child, at the same time, proper affection, and at the same time, the irrevocable concept of haya in my deen. And know, my dear brothers and sisters, to remind you and myself, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam spoke in a hadith that of the signs of the hour is the lifting of haya and amana. Until, some text says, of the authenticity of which I'm not sure, until he said people will copulate openly in the streets. How did they get to this level? It didn't start abruptly. It was an education, a process that took decades and decades of types of behavior and social and family psychology in order to get to that point. We do not want, alhamdulillah, our deen is more beautiful than that. The relationship between parents and children is much more beautiful than that. The affection that was expressed by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is much more beautiful than that. And it was well balanced within the norms of our Shar'i disciplines and our Shar'i maqasid, as are well known in the great works of our jurists and our teachers, rahimahumullah jami'an.
You forgot already. That's okay? Okay. Any other question?